outside a good vibe. Smoke up in the green room, smoke your worries away. In the green room, we'll stay in the green room. If you wanna get high and you got the time, come hang with the hippie. Come enjoy the good vibe. Smoke up in the green room, smoke your worries away. In the green room we'll stay.
This production is brought to you by DHBN, WTHC Radio, and Stoner Records.
Fooled you. I don't know what the hell was going on back here. Every time I touched something, something went wrong. I was like, oh, great. Here we go again.
I'm already confused.
Welcome in and good evening. And thank you everyone for being here. This is the night we've been waiting for until tomorrow night, when that night will be the night we have been waiting for, like last night.
We've been just waiting for all week.
All week, yes. I have to agree. It's been amazing. We've been very blessed this week to have so many fantastic friends reach out to us. Let me see what's everybody saying. Hi, Granny. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Mississippi's here. Hi,
I'm
Mrs.
talking overtime paid busy, bro.
I know, right? Overtime. It's going to be a great show, right, Granny? I agree. I hope. He's not here yet, so
He'll be here. And if not, Skunky's got jokes prepared for us all.
And Junkie has jokes.
Junkie
has skokes. That's what I was going to say.
I don't know. Start
I may or may not have had a little bit RSO today. So
what the heck?
You're just healing. You're healing. That's all.
Healing. Inside out. Yes.
We're healing.
Jokey's got skunks. Yep. So Skunky's got jokes, so we're set just in case Joe decides. I spoke to them earlier. They're coming. They're just gonna be fashionably late, like they have to be. That's
exactly.
I got no internet.
You're frozen again. Oh.
Well, I got jokes.
Oh, you got jokes. Yeah, you got Wi-Fi from Wish. No. He's gone again.
Oh, shit.
He's got jokes, all right. He turned his Wi-Fi off.
His Wi-Fi is. Good Lord, Skunk, you poor man.
He's gonna be pissed. He was just kidding. He was kidding. I don't know. Maybe somebody up there heard him. Like, you got no Wi-Fi, bro.
We sat in here for 20 minutes.
Hey, what do you do? I know we were here
problem.
for 20 minutes without an issue. Here we go. Now he's coming, and you're gonna be frozen. Well, I want to thank everybody for being here. Don't go away. He's gonna be here shortly, I'm sure. Skunky will be here shortly. That's what I said. What do you mean? What?
That's a surprise. That's
what
for him.
I got some surprises for him. Some of these questions. Wait till you see him. Oh, yeah.
I'm already here.
Oh, wait till you hear him. Hi, Carol. Thank you so much for being here. We've missed you. We love you. Thank you for being here. Poor Skunky. Yeah, I know. You're back, Skunky, but you're frozen again. Yeah. You look good, though. At least you're not picking your nose this time. Last time he froze, he was like with his finger up his nose. It wasn't good.
He wasn't. Hippie's fibbing just a smidge.
No. All right.
I got in trouble with the boss this morning because I was making fun of the Rangers.
Oh, yes.
Then he promptly made fun of my Detroit team.
I did.
And I agreed with him that my Detroit team currently sucks right now. So
yes, Skunky is frozen again. There is Skunky. All right, we have another Skunky. I'm going to remove that Skunky. I'm going to put this Skunky up. Hi, Skunky.
How are you?
Oh, goodness. What am I supposed to do with this other Skunky down here?
What?
Kick from the. Oh, he left. He left on his own.
Phantom Skunky.
Good.
Kick
Welcome
him
in,
out.
welcome in, everybody. Thank you so much for being here.
Absolutely. Thumbs up if you can, guys.
I know that I told them Eastern, but I don't know what part of the country they are in right now. So
It's only just a couple of minutes. So, all right. How about we update everybody on what was the word of the day? Did anybody get the word of the day? That's what I want to know.
You're gonna make me think now.
Now what?
The word of the day was
Tuesday.
Oh, Tuesday, right. Tuesday. If you called in or texted in, I mean, and said Tuesday, then you were a winner. Yeah.
That's right. You were entered into the drawing for the
think
infamous T-shirt.
For some
Right.
reason, I feel like one person actually,
Hello.
numerous people guessed, but only one person got it right, if I remember correctly.
See, Skunky made it hard today. Skunky picked it this morning, and I just laughed and I went, "We can do this."
I told Mary, I said, "Hey, I wasn't involved at all. Here we have." I went to go drop a curly cow, and now we have two skunkies. Welcome, Skunky and
Even
Skunky.
better.
It's the Skunky
He's
show.
a
Skunky, we need you
poser.
to interview the other Skunky. Can you do that? That would be fucking sweet.
He's a poser. Is that what you said?
I don't think either of them can stay online long enough.
You're a poser, second Skunky.
Yep, he is.
Anyway,
You're frozen in both.
right. That's my third strike. Next time I'm out for good.
Rich said 2 slinkies. Not slinkies, skunkies.
Rich, I've been called worse.
Right, 2 for
Tuesday.
Tuesday, all day. We were saying Tuesday.
And I was like, it's a beautiful Tuesday, everybody.
It's Tuesday, 2 for Tuesday.
It was also Taco Tuesday.
Right? See, Taco Tuesday works.
Anything about tacos, that's for sure. I forgot about tacos. Autocorrect does slinky.
Well,
you gotta
dude,
love it.
I gotta tell you,
gotta love it.
You know the band Till Tuesday?
Yes.
I know one song they have, and don't mind it, but I was afraid of the other one I would have to play. So I skipped them.
You didn't want to hear, it must have been love, but it's over now.
I know. I'm there. I'm with you, Granny.
Oh.
It's a lot of song to go through on a Tuesday.
That was hard.
That's Till Tuesday?
I think
yeah, I thought so.
I'm not. Don't quote me. I'm not a DJ. I just play one on TV.
Right.
And they have the Voices Carry song.
Voices.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah.
What's up, Godly Plays 420? How are you?
Hello.
Thanks for being here. How come I'm not seeing any of our Facebook friends out there? Is there anybody in there from Facebook out here? Oh yeah, there's a couple. Carol and Jerry. Yep. Thank you.
Look around. There's nobody in here but us.
I keep checking my email to see if they've emailed me if they're having an issue or something, but it's no. So I'm just thinking they're making us wait anxiously. We're gonna wait anxiously until sometime wherever he is. It might be turning 8 o'clock there.
Where is he?
I don't know. He could be on the West Coast. I don't know. I told him Eastern.
I thought I saw he was from maybe Michigan. I'm not.
Yeah. I don't. But he's on tour with Vanilla Ice and all them. So I don't know. He's probably partying with the Iceman himself.
That's still going on.
I think so. Yeah. I was just reading. I get messages from them every day now. I followed.
I figured they'd have canceled that after the Pennsylvania stop.
No, it was amazing at Pennsylvania. Oh my God. It was still on the
Yeah.
Avania side over here. So we call it
The Avania side.
it's still semi on the Vania side of Pennsylvania. So it was not on that Tucky side over there. Where the weird ones are.
Well,
Yeah.
since they're not here yet, how about we play an extra 420 song just to kind of chill out, relax, and give them a little time to come in?
Sure, we can play a song.
Give me
Let's
smoke.
do a video. Yeah, we'll do a video. Let's do. You know who we haven't played in a while? Let you guys hear some Crooked Coast while we wait.
Yeah,
You know,
excellent
our
idea.
Croast. I just said Crooked Coast. I can't talk too much RSO.
I would play Crooked Coast instead.
Do you feel it? Do you feel it? Do you feel it? Do you feel it? We're checking all the boxes, crossing the T's. Yeah, we've been filing our taxes before the 15th. We've been walking on a razor. We need a little time off for bad behavior. Came up quick as a fox, now we're as strong as an ox. Said I've been loving you a little too long to stop. And yeah, wherever we go, that's forever the spot. We can start, drive, shut them down, open up shop. We were destined in a hotel down in Nashville, between the waterfall and the cashier. Are we there yet? Is it really, really, really yet? Do you feel it? When you're lost in the world and you can't find a reason, do you feel it? Do you feel it? When you're lost in the world and you can't find a reason, do you feel it? Do you feel it? Walk me through the forest with these forces that are flawless. We are firing on every single cylinder like Porsches. Hit me like a horse kick. How did you get so gorgeous? The fuck would I do if I was stuck without you? I'd be just stumbling through, coming unglued. When I shine, you shine like the sun and the moon. It can dim the lights down when we come in the room. Dancing in a hotel down in Nashville, between the waterfall and the cashier. Are we there yet? Is it really, really, really yet? Do you feel that? When you're lost in the world and you can't find a reason, do you feel it? Do you feel it? When you're lost in the world and you can't find a reason, do you feel it? 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 When you're lost in the world and you can't find a reason, do you feel it? Do you feel it? When you're lost in the world and you can't find a reason, do you feel it? Do you feel it? Dancing in a hotel down in Nashville, between the waterfall and you can't find a reason. Are we there yet? Do you feel it? Do you feel it?
Do you feel it?
Oh, sorry.
I feel it.
I feel
Oh.
good to see you, buddy. We're so happy to have you here. Welcome in. Yeah, that didn't work. The song didn't get him here any quicker.
I'll be-
Oh shit! I thought for sure it would be working.
Well, for
Oh,
sure
you were
it
trying to
was.
trick him.
So that's our friend's Crooked Coast. Well, Luke is our friend. The rest of them can go scratch. No, I'm just kidding. I love them all. But when we invited him on, Luke was the only one man enough to come hang out with me and the skunk.
Hey, it can be intimidating.
Yeah, it could.
It can be intimidating when someone
Yeah.
says, "Hey, I would like to interview you," and you're like,
Yeah, I understand. I see. I see the picture, and I said to myself, Fear. I said, I think that was the other person we were just talking to before, but now he's changed his name to Fear.
"Oh,
Yes, there was somebody else. That was another name before. I don't remember. Probably Logan.
oh, Godly Plays 420 was his name before." We have
Yes.
someone that we hang out with that goes by Fear. So
That's our
we thought
Fear.
you were we thought you were our old buddy, but you're our new buddy. So it's totally cool.
Now she's stoned. Granny,
Wow.
that is Fear.
It is Fear.
Yes, that's our
Oh
Fear.
shit, Fear. Fear, I love you. I'm sorry I'm stoned. No, I'm not sorry I'm stoned. I'm just
Don't be sorry.
dingbatty.
I
Okay.
don't see him.
Because
It's
you're
just because you're frozen.
you're high. Right?
I'm not. I'm moving.
Yeah,
Okay, there, I can
You're
see you move
frozen.
now.
don't you call me frozen. You're frozen,
No,
bro.
you're frozen again.
You're frozen.
You're
Am I
frozen, bruh. You're
Everybody in the
frozen. No
chat.
tag backs.
Everybody in the chat, right? Who's frozen? Because I'm telling you, it's not me.
Yes, I can't see the chat. Do it. Do it.
I don't know why you can't see the chat because you don't use your computer, man. You should be able to use your computer instead of being on the phone, bro.
Well, the color's not good. It
Oh.
makes me look pale.
It does make you look a little pasty. You're right.
Yeah, and I like showing off this tan.
Since you've moved to Florida, you have gotten quite the tan.
You have.
You've been tanning up nicely, spending all that time out in the 80-degree weather.
You should see my Speedo.
You're wet.
Yes, you should see my Speedo lines.
Oh my God.
Speedo lines.
I was hoping that you said
Yeah.
your feet.
Now we're talking.
I thought he was saying his feet too. I was hoping he was going to say his feet.
No,
We got Speedo.
You know, like
Never
that
go
weird
barefooted
ankle
in
tan
Florida.
that everybody gets.
Yeah,
But I need to know, Skunky, do you have the ankle tan where your feet are totally pale, but your legs are tan?
And where his socks come up to his knees. He's got one of them
Yes.
tan ears. He's got the striped socks
I learned
on.
years ago.
Hi, James. How are you? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Sharon, thanks for laughing. Skunky's easy to laugh at. Yeah, I get it.
Laugh with. Laugh with.
Laugh with. I'm sorry. We love you,
At
Skunky.
with whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, anyway, I learned years ago you don't go barefooted in Florida.
Oh, really? Why?
Number one, we've got fire
Alligator.
ants that hurt when they bite you.
Oh,
Okay.
fire ants.
And
Yep,
number
that's a good
two-
reason.
Number two, I don't know if you've ever had the top of your feet sunburnt.
I have, yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
We do get-
that's
we do
horrible.
get sun up
So
here in the Northeast, we do get sun. It's just not often. It's not as
right.
hot.
So you do have the tan legs and white feet,
Yes.
but for a good reason. I support your reasons. Absolutely.
All right.
Okay.
We're losing us. I'm losing it here.
You're fine.
Oh, Denim! You promised.
Joe Denim, be safe, man, wherever you are.
I hope you're okay, bro.
Can we find him?
He's fine.
Hey, Marquita. Hello, beautiful.
Hi,
I
everybody.
mean,
thank you so much for being here. Joe's running a little late. He's going to be here in a few minutes. You want to run some practice lines, Grandma? Granny? Grandma?
Granny, I don't do comedy.
No, you pretend to be Joe, and I'll ask you, all right?
Oh, okay.
All right. Joe, if weed had a
This
Tinder
guy's crazy.
profile,
That's granny.
what would be its what would its bio say?
Say that one more time.
I can barely say it myself. Hold on, you want me to say it again? Joe, I'm having a hard time with that, first of all. Joe, if weed had a
Got it.
Tinder profile, what would its bio say?
Nailed it.
If weed had a Tinder bio, It would say.
Yeah, there you go. Howdy, weed.
It would say.
I didn't know weed was
Fun.
Weed is from the West currently.
I don't know what it would say. Good
Howdy.
Lord. It would say, what would the bio say? Weed, it's
I don't know. I expect
fun, smelly, and gives you a good time. I don't know.
Oh,
He would have a much better answer
They
than
smoke
me.
weed
You know
every
this.
day.
you can promise to have fun, right, Sharon? So you can promise to have fun.
There you go.
You may not find out.
It'll be a great time, not too expensive. You can stay in and snuggle all night.
Right.
And
Joe
ooh,
Denim
that
is gonna
smell.
be here any minute now. Any minute. Let me check my email because I'm sure they're just having bus issues. Refresh here.
Right. Hey, traffic on the footbridge may be slow.
Yeah. Good point. Thank you for making me feel better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Hi, Butterfly.
could be.
Yeah, we're good. I mean, last time we talked was a couple hours ago, and she was like, everything's cool. And then I sent her more. I sent her another invite to both because she originally wrote to me and said, as she woke up, or as they got ready, whatever time of day it was, I don't know, but they hit me up and they said, yeah, we're good. Here, can you give us an email to both of these? But then I had already sent them the invite, and she was like, oh, perfect. What?
It's 21 after.
Oh my God! Ah! That hurt my ears.
What? Mine.
Oh man, that looks like it's our last one, man.
That is our last one, man.
Good thing we can scrape the pipe, bro. Never gonna be bankrupt again. 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 Gee! Morning had to scrape my pipe. Knew that when I went to bed last night. Had a premonition in my head that I never gonna wake bankrupt again. Jumped on my bike and pedaled downtown on the lookout for the one John Brown. Found him in a corner parking lot, smoking spliffs, and said, "Here, man, you want to take a hit?" I said, "I'm never gonna be bankrupt again. Never gonna be bankrupt again. Never gonna be bankrupt again. Never gonna be bankrupt again." Went back home to put the seeds in the soil. Compost recipe from brethren I know. Why pH to 6.1. Jah in control of the ebb and flow. Planting seeds, putting flower in my hand so that I will never awake bankrupt again. I said I'm never gonna be bankrupt again. Never gonna be gonna be bankrupt again. Always bring a flower to my friends. Always connecting to the musical medicine. Always finding ways to sing. Positivity and healing vibes. Always attracting my tribe. Always vulnerable to the tides. Always accountable for my strides. Holding on, not folding beyond. Letting go and letting you know. Bankrupt isn't never gonna be a part of my flow. I said I'm never gonna be bankrupt again. 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 Driving around, I see John Brown. Him said, dead man, him said, him never gonna be bankrupt again. I said, hey John Brown, can I give you a hand so that you yourself will never be bankrupt again? I said, never gonna be bankrupt again. 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 Wow!
Welcome back, everybody. Woo-hoo-hoo. Elevated Roots. Those are our good buddies. Unfortunately, they took our song away from us for the time being. They're remastering it, and so they took it down. And so the only way I can play it currently is on video. So I love to play it now so I can get to hear it at least once a day. This poor guy, he disappeared like 7 times, Granny, while we were backstage. Yeah, he's fighting the fight again. He's fighting a good fight again, Skunky. You keep fighting, buddy. Keep fighting. I want to say hello to Kyle, that handsome fella. Kyle, nice to meet you. And my daughter is here, Elizabeth. Hi, Bitty Bear. How are you, sweetie? That's my daughter, everybody. Stay away from her. Hear me?
He's very protective. He really is.
I'll hurt you.
He will.
I'll kill you. Anyway. Well, anyway, what's going on, Grant? Oh, man, the skunk is gone.
We lost the skunk.
We lost the skunk.
It's always so sad when we lose the skunk.
We lost.
Well, let's talk about what we have going on tomorrow night. Who are we interviewing tomorrow night?
Tomorrow night is another amazing artist. Tomorrow night we have Mighty Mystic.
I'm excited for that.
I am also very excited for this. I'm a little nervous. I know he has a accent. I'm hoping that I'll be able to understand him. I think he's Jamaican.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Right.
But I've heard him speak in videos, and it wasn't too bad. So I feel like we should be all right. He is an amazing, amazing man. Constantly, this guy hasn't. I don't know how he's fitting us in. He's on tour every single day. He's playing out there somewhere. I think
I'm just glad he is.
I think he took the last 2 days off, and tomorrow is day 3 of his 3-day vacation, and then he is back on tour for the next month.
Or he is spending day 3 with other radio stations like us and doing promotion work.
Oh, maybe. I didn't even think about that. I just thought he just said, "Cool, I'll come hang with you guys." I didn't even
Skunk says he gave up.
Oh, Skunky.
I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
or no. Who's Sean McCoy?
Yeah, that's Skunky.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, he's ornery.
Well, like this morning when I was fighting with mine and I had to go boss.
Oh, I get it. Listen, I've been here. I've done the fighting before.
Yeah, we know.
I still fight every day. It's a battle. It's a battle. The Wi-Fi is a battle. It's a battle. And I have to say it's gotten better since my daughter moved away. No offense, Elizabeth, but you can share some of the Wi-Fi next time you live in here. Now that it's not taken up all the time. I'm just kidding, sweetie. I love you. Skunky is he's fighting the good fight over there, but he's not faring well. I don't know. I think that everybody in the world is signed on right now to come hang out with us and watch us hang out with, and that's why the internet is slowing down and he's having a hard time getting on. Yeah.
That might be.
Yeah.
I could go for that. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So tomorrow we have another great group, and then we have this weekend. We have a lot of podcasts going on this weekend.
We do. I'm not working this weekend.
I thought you were working this weekend.
Not unless I'm going live from the 420 festival, baby. Woo!
Oh, well, why don't you talk about the festival you're going to?
All right. Well, and then Easter is on Sunday. I have to find out if we're doing any podcasts. I don't.
Okay, that's true. I forgot about Easter. I am apparently not a good partier.
Yeah, I would think that everybody is going to be Eastering and not really wanting to watch podcasts about weed.
But it's 420.
You never know. It is 420.
Anyways.
I'm not saying that they can't be done. I'm just saying. But anyway, so Saturday, I'm pretty sure if everything works out appropriately, I hope to be on our way to this festival of love. That's what I call it. Bright and early by like 8 a.m. We're stopping for coffee. That's my vision. Now, I might have bad vision. My wife's in the crowd, and she'll probably give me corrective vision surgery or something. Straighten up my vision. But what my vision is that we're going to leave at like 8 a.m. and we're going to be getting coffee, and then coffee for you people on the other side of the world. Coffee. Not us, like us from New York, where it's coffee. Anyway, we're gonna head over towards Kutztown. I'm gonna go party in Kutztown. Yeah, I think
that's fantastic.
I want to be there bright and early. You know why? Because Cheesy and the Crackers are gonna be playing there. They start at 10 a.m. I think, or Cultivated Mind. Our friends Cultivated Mind, who we just had on recently.
Yes,
Tony and I think it was Tony and Tyler, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tony and Tyler, I think.
So you're gonna go see them?
Yep, they're one of them is.
You're gonna get some selfies with them, please.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm getting selfies.
All right.
I'm gonna let them. Yeah, they're gonna want to. She said, that's fine, I guess. Yes, yes, yes. Win number one. This is a long day of begging for me, so you gotta understand. Can I please get more marijuana? Please. Anyway, that being said, so then so Cheesy and the Crackers, Cultivated Mind, Space Camp, my homies Oski and Adu from we're gonna get them back. I've been chatting with them just recently. They're gonna come back on and hang with us in the near future because they got some stuff coming up. I did talk to Luke again and the boys from Crooked Coast. They are interested in coming back.
Fantastic.
I some other people who we've had on, 1,000 Reasons has reached out. One of their members of the band has reached back out to me and friend requested because I lose my accounts periodically because for some reason I'm a bad
Do you know
boy.
who I really would like is for Scotty to come on.
I've had Scotty on numerous times. He can't be on every day. He's about to be a father again, for crying out loud. He's got to learn to keep his thing in his pants. That's no offense, Scotty.
That's why he's swinging that hammer all the time. Then he's got a lot of work to do.
Hammer in there or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
Right. I don't know. No, Scotty, I love you, and Brittany. Congratulations. We heard you're having a good girl, and that's amazing. They have 2
That's
boys
so
now.
exciting. What a beautiful experience.
So happy for them. Yeah, I don't know what's going on though. I don't know if he'll come back on anytime soon. I'm sure he would love to. I love his
I would
music.
love to. We've got a whole new group of fans that really want to learn more about him.
Well, he's got an amazing voice, I find, and
I do. I love it.
I think he's got somebody's. There's a good band out there just missing somebody to sing along, and I think he's the dude. But that's my choice. Let's talk about what were we just going to talk? We were talking about. I have some Joe Denim songs. We could pretend like Joe Denim's here, and we could play his songs. I'm going to fight the fight tomorrow with YouTube and Facebook anyway, so we might as well just bring it. Play some songs. All right, let's listen to Yes, Dear Santa by Joe Denim. Our old friend Joe Denim, who used to hang out with us.
I can't hear it.
You can't hear it at all?
Nope.
All right, bad idea. Guess that's not going to work.
All right, boss. Let's do a little smoke sesh. How about we play some Clan?
Hold on, I'm stoned. No, I got all discombobulated. I hung up on the
You're golden.
I hung up on the microphone. I hung up on. I'm all messed up.
You're golden. I'll just chat about. Look at it. Oh no, he suddenly became Southern. Y'all see that? He just went. I do declare.
I do declare. I did live in North Carolina for a couple of years. My boy is born in North Carolina. He was born North Carolinian.
That's where my sister's moving.
Kakalaki. I think that's what we called it. North Kakalaki. Yeah. He was born in Wake Med University.
Oh, nice.
Yes, best hospital I've ever seen. God damn, that was a nice place. I wanted to stay there. I was looking to get hurt, fall, or something. Spend a couple weeks there. Mississippi was living the life in that place. It was a luxurious little labor and delivery. Besides the whole pain of pushing the boy out.
Right. You know,
I don't know. A social butterfly. Ask her. She's over there in the chat. She was in the chat.
She was in the chat a minute ago.
She's not yelling at me right now for saying that. So talking about our personal stuff. You're not Howard Stern. Okay. Right.
You are not, and we're all thankful for that.
Hey, I am Howard Stern.
No, you're not. You're better.
I'm just stuffy. I'm just fluffy. Anyway, so Joe Denim didn't work. All right, we can play music from here. I don't have oh, you know what I do? I do have some stuff that maybe we can hear while we're talking. You want to play music while we're talking?
We can do that.
Oh
no. We can do whatever you want to do.
My best friend Rich wants to hear Clan, so we can do that.
There
All
we
right,
go.
everybody. Granny and I are going to take a little snooze down here. You guys hang out and listen to the Klan, not the Ku Klux Klan. Don't get
The
it.
good one.
The good Klan.
The stony one.
The Stoners. Yeah, from Alaska and the Northwest.
Wake and bake, I sip my coffee, twisting herb, that's my hobby. Can I kick it? Can I party? Me and my natives, get it started. Touchdown switch, I hit the target. Carving, sewing, painting, drawing. Make this money, split them profits. What I do, I know she wants it. Live my life, they reading comments. Proving silent, stacking comments. Numbers talking, I know they watching. I stay dreaming while I'm conscious. Seal for drip with the otter. Rose gold chain with the copper. Ravens, eagles, cling it hotter. Whales and wolves, it's wild style.
I got a letter that was sent from me.
Sent from me, sent from
I
me.
get high.
I get high,
It
I
always
get
feels
high.
good to be. I got a letter that was sent from me.
Sent from me, sent from
I
me.
get high.
I get high,
It
I
always
get
feels
high.
good to be.
Hey, hit or miss, this my hobby, smoke and choke, this that chronic, wish you could be in this party, all my natives getting started, I stay woke, like the prophet, spoken word, let's see who follows, clink at Haida, who could've thought though, like who would've thought though, I'm that native, really rep it, we go big, this ain't Texas, check the rap, she ask who next is, Grizz and native, stay invested, fish and moose, we stay ingested, manifest without a question, changing life around the nations, through our music, through our message, I'm that native, sip my coffee, all the haters get up off me, life is sweet, just like toffee, can I kick it, can I party, I'ma do me, that's regardless, see the hats and leather boots, see the trees and spruce roots, check our names, we chiefs too.
I got a letter that was sent from me.
Sent from me, sent from
I
me.
get high.
I get high,
It
I
always
get
feels
high.
good to be. I got a letter that was sent from me.
Sent from me, sent from
I
me.
get high.
I get high,
It
I
always
get
feels
high.
good to be.
All the memories that you sent to me. I get high. Remember how good to be. All the memories that you sent to me.
There they are. I had to say it 3 times. Sorry, guys. Out there, I said it to you guys twice out there on the radio. There they are. That's Clan, CLAN, changing lives, something nations, all nations, something. I'm sorry. I'm stoned. It's
You
all right.
are.
I was thinking about something. I had something totally, completely else on my mind right now. I'm sorry. I think that Joe Denim wants to have like a battle. Maybe that's what's going on. Is
A comedy battle?
a comedy battle? Maybe, yeah. I think
Ooh,
starting it now by dissing me.
right?
And
Now,
now I have
Skunky had a bunch of jokes prepared. I really wish he'd been
Yeah,
able to be
yeah.
up here because he'd have
Yeah.
y'all just busting out laughing.
Yeah, now I should be like busting on Joe Denim and making fun of him, so he wants to come back and fight with me. But I'm not that kind of guy.
No.
I don't want to bust on him. I was really hoping he was. I'm hoping that he's just stoned and he thinks it's now in like 10 minutes and he'll be here any minute now and we're going to get ready to start.
We're going to be too fucked up.
It's all right. It's all right. I'll figure it out. We can handle it. We're
Oh
professional.
my I gotta de-stress from that thought.
You got your lollipops. Just think about your lollipops, and be all right. Yeah, everything is gonna be all right. Everything's gonna be all right. Anyway, I'm sure he's gonna be here any minute, and we'll get going. Yeah.
Hey, you know what? Even if
Up.
he doesn't show for whatever reason, whatever's going on, can't get into his hotel room, bus broke down, whatever.
Right,
I'm
right.
still glad that we're here. I get to hang out with you.
I got to talk to his secretary lady.
Right? I mean, you just never know. The world's crazy. Boy, is the world crazy.
World is crazy. What?
This is like the best getaway from, in general for me.
I feel happy. Anyway, I was doing my best Monty Python. My sister and I, we were watching it the other day. Search for the Holy Grail, and he said, "I'm not dead yet. I feel happy."
Yes, I know.
Bring out your dead. Bring out your dead. Yes, so that's my favorite movie, and my sister.
I love that movie.
Chilling out watching that, and then it made me think of that.
Did you ever have Holy Grail Pale Ale?
Yes, I've had it.
I love it. It's not the best, but it's good.
Yeah,
it's good.
Great. It was not great, but it was
no,
okay.
but
it was cool to have.
Yes, it is.
Jerry Garcia weed at my store the other day. They got jars of Jerry Garcia weed. I'm gonna just buy that and just buy the 4 different. They have 4 different strains.
Have you seen the gummies that Cheech and Chong are putting out?
No, but I heard they were pretty good. But
I
don't know about no damn gummies, especially from.
In Michigan, I saw they have the gummies that are the Mike Tyson ones, and it's like an ear gummy, and it has a chunk out of it.
Chunk out of it. That's adorable.
That's I was just like, no. When they're like, do you want it? And my husband's like, do you want to buy that? And I'm like, no. I just think it's cool.
Ear. I'm looking for Evander's ear today.
I like no. But apparently they're very good. From what I've heard.
I heard they took everything off the shelf of his. No, don't quote me, Mike. I love you, bro. I'm not.
Why would they?
I heard
it was just his name on the for every.
No, see, Gibby Zibbly over there says, how the hell am I supposed to say that name when I'm stoned? Gibbly.
Gibbsy?
Gibbsily?
Gibbsy. Is it right? Gibbsy? Say yes, please.
Gibbsy, please. Yes, please. Gibbsy says the texture is terrible. I've never had them, so I don't want to speak on them, but I will.
See, that's what I've heard. They work great, but that I didn't know. I got it. Gibbsy. Ha ha.
All right. No L in there. I'm just seeing extra L's. I'm blind, though. I can't see the screen.
So texture is a huge thing with gummies. If the texture isn't there, you're going to be like,
texture is everything. That's what makes spitters spitters and quitters quitters. Texture. Oh, sorry, Granny. I'm sorry. I forget that I'm not talking to Skunky. All right, change the subject. Change the subject, everybody. There's nothing to see here. Well, that's a different story, but we'll talk about that later when Granny's not around as well.
No, I have heard these things before, but just unexpectedly.
And
it makes me laugh. It's not like I'm insanely offended. You have me laughing.
Like you don't know what a penis is.
I've raised yes.
Before. Yeah. Granny knows what a penis is, everybody. It's all right.
That's why, there's a lot of grandchildren. Because if I didn't know what that was, then there would have never.
It explains all the grandchildren. That's what
the circle of life, or I don't know. But anyways.
Anyway.
Not to offend anybody, but at some point.
Back to
I touched the penis.
Back to Mike Tyson's, but not the texture part, because that got me nauseous. They work well, but the texture is not there. See, Gibbsy Russell. Is that Gibbsy Russell?
That was That what used was Nipsey Russell
Oh,
was the
Nipsey Russell,
yeah.
not Gipsy Russell. All right.
Right.
My bad. That was pretty impressive. I even remembered that. Huh?
You're good. I was very impressed you remember that. Most people don't. Except
Gipsy
for
Russell.
me.
That's what his name was. I thought it was his name. Anyway, Mike Tyson, man, I was standing in line at the dispensary and I didn't notice. All of a sudden, man was standing right behind me, scared the ever living shit out of me. Not the real man, a poster. I turned and he was right there in the corner of my eye, and I damn jumped out of my skin. And I was like, "What the fuck? What are you doing here, you fool?" And then I heard nothing but bad things about his weed. So I never bought it. I never ended up getting it, and I ended up switching dispensaries because he scared me. That was like security at the door, man. You put that shit right in the window. Nobody was coming in.
No.
He was half naked, so his chest was just like, and he's bigger. They made him a bigger than life size, you know. So he's standing behind me, and I.
So you're in the dispensary, and you do that. They're like, put him to the front of the line. He really needs to chill out.
Are you okay, sir? I was like, yeah. I just need an indica now. My fucking heart's pounding out of my chest. Fucking Big Mike over here. Check my ears because they're fucking. What the fuck? Anyway, he scared. But I heard bad things about him. I heard bad. No, I don't know if it's true. Don't fall asleep, butterfly. He's gonna be here any minute now. We got like 9 minutes, and Joe's gonna be here. I know it. I feel it. And we're gonna do a good hour of fun with him.
Yeah. We did 2 hours last night. We can do it again.
Yeah, we can do it. We can do it, Granny.
That's right. We'll make him do a lot of talking while we just smoke.
He's taking it the next hour, that's for sure. I'm just gonna sit here and watch his ass because I'm busting my ass right now. Whew. Whew.
You know, if only people that were brave, you know, people that are stuck on TikTok and not brave enough to come over here and watch this. Feel bad.
It's okay because there was a lot of troublemakers over there on the Tickety Talk, and they can stay over there. I'm happy in my little stoner world over here on YouTube or wherever the hell we are, Facebook and YouTube now.
We do. I mean, we're sarcastic, but we spread a lot of laughter and humor, and
and we mess with each other, but we have a good time. Yeah, that's what it's all about. You only live once, right? So,
amen to that.
Enjoy yourself. Now, Granny, I was hit up by somebody recently. I want to say it was somebody up in your area.
Okay.
They said they were going to a festival up there by you. I was wondering if you knew where it was. It might have been our new friend Jesse James or Jimmy Jones or whatever his name, Jamie Johnson or whatever, Jimmy Jones.
A festival sometime soon?
Yeah. It's like coming up maybe this weekend. Are you doing any festival? What are you doing?
No. I am.
Are you Eastering the whole weekend?
I think I'm going to because I'm going to be by myself.
What?
Hubby's not home this weekend, and my sister is moving to. Well, my sister and her dogs and everybody, they're moving to
North Carolina.
North Carolina. And then Heaven is moving to another county that's closer to where she works, and she's got a vehicle now, so she's doing her thing. Yeah, and
you're gonna turn into a cat lady.
No, my husband is allergic to cats.
Oh, all right.
I'm limited to one cat that is a breed that does not have dander, but mostly hair.
A goat lady. You're gonna have goats in the yard. Yeah, there you go. Kyle the rat. Is that the same Kyle from before or for 420? Right. I agree. I mean, if you have to, you have to. Now, my goal is I got it's just over a half a gram of RSO saved up right now for next weekend.
Nice.
And okay, hi Kyle the rat. Welcome in. Everybody's changing their names on me, trying to fuck with me. They know I'm high. But anyway, I plan on taking that so that I don't have to be walking around all day smoking big fat doobies at the festival. I need to have my hands ready for pictures and videos because, like I said, I'm going to be hanging with the boys. Mendo Dope now, they've been ditching me and bobbing and weaving and doing all sorts of hiding from me for the last 2 years. But we hung out 2 years ago and they were cool. And they were like, yeah, we're definitely going to come on. So when I see them this time, they're in trouble. I'm going to kick their asses. Security, I'm just kidding. If you're watching, I'm only going to give them a big hug, but I'm going to be mad.
And then he's going to gently remind them that he would really like to have them on the show.
I'm the big guy that stood on the side of the stage. That's how they wrote to him 100 times. I'm like, you remember me. And they just ignore me. They just ignore me. They're too cool. It's not their fault. It's just they have so many pages that you write to it and you don't even know if you're getting you get one of them automated responses. And I just talk to that thing every day. I'm like, I'm not going to take no for an answer, automated response. And I figure sooner or later, one of them is going to look at it. And then, yeah, Rich, I agree. Where is she? She's moving.
Oh, locally? Actually, she's not going to be very far away.
He's here. I told you he's here. Holy shit, you guys, he's here. I cannot believe it. I said if we waited long enough, just doesn't know East Coast. He just doesn't know Eastern. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Joe Denim.
How's it going?
Oh my goodness. I'm so glad you're here. We we have a miscommunication?
Well, I was told 7 p.m. or no, 8 p.m.
Your time.
And I jumped on and I looked at the thing and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's Eastern. My sundial's out of batteries. I'm sorry.
I'm sure your life has got to be hectic and it's got to be busy. And I'm just so thankful that you're here. I wasn't even sad. Like I was mad, not mad, but I figured we would just get in touch and talk again, and it would happen if it happened. It was supposed.
We were just hanging out. We're like, hey,
yeah,
we played a lot of 420 music, and
yeah. So how you been?
I've been fantastic.
I saw you in Bethlehem. I loved it. Best show in a long time. Well, I'm getting old, but best show I've seen in a long time. I don't go to very many shows as much, but yours was a great one.
Pretty great show. Let me give me 1 second to get my head around Bethlehem. I'm trying to remember.
All right. Bethlehem, you were the handsome fella that came out first, and then you sang and told us some jokes.
It was a casino, right?
Yeah, it was in the casino.
Yeah, I remember now.
Yeah, it was
Tone Loc was with us, right?
Yes, it was you, Tone, Vanilla Ice, TNC Music Factory, and Rob Bass. This is the 5 of you.
Bam. I remember now. I remember that show.
And I was the puppet in the front row. You must have heard about the puppet guy in the front row.
I heard about the puppet guy. I can't believe I'm actually on with you right now. This is a thing.
Yeah, I'm him. Did you hear about him?
I heard about it, yeah.
Yeah, they were taking pictures of me from up on the stage, and I was like waving to them and stuff, and I was trying to get you guys' attention, but nobody would listen to me. Yeah. So then I went back in my bag and I hid, thank God, because everybody thought that it would be cool to squirt water all over the damn place, and I was so
crazy with the water.
I was hoping it was water. I didn't know what the hell it was. I was like, I hope it was water, not piss.
A lot of squirters in there,
right? Oh my goodness, it was horrible. And you had like 300 ladies and a couple of guys up on the stage as well. So I didn't know what was going on, what was squirting where.
It's a little out of hand.
Every time I opened my eyes, I couldn't see again because more water hit me in the eyes. And I was like, God damn, this thing! This is what you get for being front row.
Melissa in the chat going, water balloons.
Yeah, water balloons. Yes. Everybody, I told you he was coming. You didn't believe me. I told you. You said, no, you're lying, hippie. Here he is. It's Joe. I can't believe that, Joe. Thank you so much. So I have a million questions.
Okay. Hit me.
How do you Granny, you got anything you want to ask first, or do you want me to just get right into them?
Actually, I want to know, what is it like touring? What is it like being on tour? Is it a pain in the butt or is it fun?
So that's an awesome question. I've been on the road. I moved to Nashville to play piano in B3, Oregon, and I went on the road with a lot of big acts early on. So I spent about 18 years on a tour bus and a jet. And that's when touring was fun, like really, really, really fun.
Okay.
Yeah, partying like a rock star fun, right? Like that's the saying they're talking about.
But listen, fancy free, as the old folks like me would say.
Fancy free, the old folks. That's a good term. That's a Oak Ridge Boys song. Yes, I'm sitting.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I love that you love that.
Yeah.
No, I love touring. It's my life. I get the absolute best night's sleep on a tour bus, doing 80 down the road, listening to it hum. The tour life is imagine doing this on the front lounge of a tour bus till 2 a.m. every night, then going to bed, waking up at 10, doing sound check, golfing, hanging out, shooting guns, and then playing a show, getting back on the bus and going and doing it again.
It sounds like a lot of fun. It sounds like I missed the party. God damn it, I missed the bus.
Well,
sounds like one hell of an adventure.
I'm driving the new bus. I got the new bus. It's the WTHC radio bus, and we're trying.
It's the cannabis.
It's the cannabis. I love that. We talked about doing that with a like a dispensary. We want a cannabis to chase the whole tour. What kind of bus do you have?
I don't have a bus, but I can get one. I'm sure my father-in-law, he's over there in the crowd. He'd buy me a bus. Right,
So
Dad?
Is this a family show, or how clean is this?
Oh no, you go for
You're
it.
fine.
Buddy. I mean, yeah, the name of the radio show is WTHC. I got 410 followers because I keep getting kicked off of everywhere because I'm not a good boy.
We talk about weed a lot.
We talk about weed, and they don't like it.
So we have a live audience watching.
Yes.
Yeah, there's 15 or so people watching us now, and then there'll be more coming, and they'll watch us forever. Now it'll be live. I mean, it'll be a show that they can watch. Now I'm looking for a partner, Joe. So if you're interested in financially backing us over here at WTHC, it could be the Hippie and Joe, the WTHC radio show. You know, that sounds got a nice ring to it.
Yeah, I'm thinking right now the title Hippie and Joe. I have a song called
Hippie and Joe, the
WTHC
radio show. We can sing a song too. That would be great. Yeah, we could have
I have a song called East Side Hipster. It's a ripoff of the old Bellamy Brothers, Old Hippie.
We play it all the time. We actually play Old Hippie all the time, so I know the song. Which song is it? East Side.
It's called East Side Hippie. I don't think it's up anywhere, but I'm going to send it.
Yeah,
to
I don't
you.
see it here in my list of your songs. No.
I'll send. I got a whole bunch.
You have my email, so send me anything that's not up. I can play anything I want over here. So I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid to play comedy bits, half hours, whatever you're interested in. You know, I'm here.
Well, the funny thing is, I have a.
Oh, awesome! Even better. We're ready
for
for that.
In my hand.
Let me see if I can make you big and me small. Oh, that didn't work.
That's okay. I see a bunch of cannabis.
Cannabis. I'm making everybody disappear. That's not it. Well, that's gonna be the best I can do.
Yeah, look at us. We look like we're on the.
Three Stooges.
Can you put us down and just him up?
No, it's fine. No, put me. Leave me up. You guys stay up. I like looking at you while I'm talking to you.
All right, but I kind of look a little blurry here.
I love it. You look like Randy Macho Man Savage.
Oh yeah.
Wrestled Sammy Hagar's dad.
Dude Love. Sammy Hagar and Dude Love.
Billy Mays.
Billy Mays. Where did that come?
Think of this song. Some of those girls out there from the 90s.
Oh, absolutely.
They don't always shave. Old Testament bush, wrestling in her panties was an Old Testament bush. Song about a bush.
Love
it. Waxed and trimmed and shiny. That's just a modern fad. Back in Barbara Bush's day, it looked like a Brillo pad. Old Testament bush, Old Testament bush. Wrestling in her panties was an Old Testament bush.
Speaking of panties, nobody getting their panties up in a bunch around here now. You relax, enjoy yourselves. Go ahead, Joe. Sorry.
All you younger fellas, something you must learn. When you put your face down there, it's bound to smell like urine. Old Testament bush, Old Testament bush. Wrestling in her panties was an Old Testament bush. Thank you.
Yeah. Woo! I love it.
I should have. That's why I asked. Are we okay to say these things?
Nope, you're just fine.
We've only lost one person, so only one Karen in the crowd so far. So that's
Maybe they went to shave.
They might have. They might have went to go see if it smells like urine.
Mow that thing.
It could have been my mother-in-law. Not that she smells like urine, but she may have been offended. I don't know.
Listen, I gotta say that was all me. All the blame goes on me. But you know what? Honestly, everything I say is FCC approved. I can sing that song on country radio.
See, and you can definitely sing it here at WTHC Radio.
Oh
whenever
yes,
you want, whenever you want.
I'm not responsible for what everyone thinks.
Right.
So. It's a fun little ditty. Anyway, okay, that's not part of the interview, kids. All right, I'm putting the guitar down. Otherwise, I'll play you another one.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's up to you. I'm always open. I love listening to you. But I have questions, so we can do that. I just need to find you guys again. There you are. All right.
Okay.
Ready?
All right. Question time. Here we go. I'm all ears.
I'm going to go with some serious ones first. Your recent single, and now I don't know if this is up to date, is Yes, Dear Season, your recent single?
Yes, that's my latest and greatest latest release. Yes.
Yes. Humorously captures the post-hunting season transition. What inspired this theme, and how has the audience responded? I don't think you played it at Bethlehem. You may have, but it was hard to hear. I was so excited with the whole situation, and
I didn't play it there. I've got a limited slot time, so I kind of keep it upbeat and fast and praying for you.
That's got to be weird to be trying to open for that type of. How is that for you to open for those guys? I mean, I love them all. They were all monsters when we were kids, but it's a little fast. You're a country kind of guy,
Yeah, so I literally asked the same question. The agent said, "Yeah, I got a tour for you." I said, "Okay, so you're going to open up." I said, "Great, let's do this." He said, "You can say whatever you want." I go, "Oh my God,
even
that
better."
Never happens. Yeah. I said, "I always get in trouble when I do that." And he goes, "No, I'm putting you out on tour at Vanilla Ice." I'm like, "What? Who?"
Yes.
I'm like, "Why would I?" And he goes,
"Vanilla Ice."
He said, "They're going to love you. You're going to." So we get out there and we find out. I found out it's the same people that came to see us on the Toby Keith tour. It's the same country crowd we're used to.
Yeah,
but
I mean, it's all adults. I felt right at home, and I'm in my mid-50s in there.
Well, you look good. You look good.
Thank you. It's the lotion. It's the lotion. Tell you.
And the lotion.
Put the lotion on the skin.
Yeah.
Anyway,
so yeah, touring is great. It's fun, but yeah, I ask the same thing every night. I ask the crowd. I'm like, and the crowd doesn't want to see me when I come walking out wearing a guitar. They're like, gosh, here we go.
Well, I had done research, so I had known that you were coming up, and I kind of felt like it was weird, but I was excited because I know of you. I knew of you, so I had heard, and I looked up your stuff. I was listening to it before I came, before we went. So
that's awesome. Well, no, and I love it. So I'm a guy, obviously, as you haven't picked up by now, I love awkward. If that crowd turns on me and gets lost and gets sideways, I love that. So that's, I mean, if it gets weird, the weirder.
At you like this.
What's that?
I said they may have looked at you like, what the hell is going on?
Oh, they looked at me like a German Shepherd trying to watch a card trick.
Yeah. Like, huh? What is this guy doing? But
as long as they're not throwing beer, you're good.
No,
I took a beer to the balls one time.
Oh.
Beer to the balls.
Whoops.
All right.
To the golf balls. to the golf balls.
Oh,
I don't know what y'all are thinking, but anyway, they love it. They love it because it does jar them a little bit. It gets them out of their comfort zone, and that's all I'm doing is an opening act. There's a thing to be in an opening act, and you got to make these people realize that they can party down, and if they can laugh, they can party down. And Vanilla, or Rob Vanilla came up to me the other night. He said, "Man, I really love when you're out here." Because I can always tell if you're here or not, because he gets there late a lot, and I'm not on every show, right? I'm on a lot.
Right.
Right. I see that. I've been watching how the tour goes, and they trying to switch it around on you guys a little bit.
In the meantime, I'm out with Uncle Cracker and other artists doing stuff, right, and working with them. But
very cool.
Rob said, he said, "Man, I can always tell when you're here. I love when you're here because that audience is just wide open." And that's the same thing we did on the Toby Keith tour. We were out with Toby. It's like we'd open that crowd up. Just get them relaxed, get them happy, get them where it's awkward and weird. They don't know what to do.
It's a shame they don't give you more time, though. Yeah, and I get it because, and I see how they did it. Even everybody, it wasn't like you guys gypped any less time than any of the others. I mean, maybe Ice had a little more than everybody else, but everybody else, it was the same amount of time. It felt like. I don't think it was much longer than yours.
Yeah,
right?
I love it because it keeps the show going. And look, I could go up there and go on for 90 minutes, but
it was awesome. I got to see five different celebrities or 5 different stars play in one night in like 3 hours or whatever it was. Besides,
and honestly, you knew every song, even the song I played. You've heard.
Right. Yep.
So
absolutely.
It's
it was a great show.
It's a fun show.
I very much enjoyed it. I highly recommend it to everybody. Go. If they come to your area, I love the 90s. It was amazing. It was an amazing show.
Yeah.
And I'm a lazy old guy. I didn't want to stand. I was like, oh. And my wife we had to stand right there, front row. And I stood for like 4 or 5 hours for that show, and I enjoyed it. I was sore the next day, I'll tell you what, but it was well worth it. I enjoyed it very much.
It's funny. The 90s show should come with a chiropractor.
I wrote a write-up, and the young lady from CNC Music Factory, Jamie, how do you say her name?
Eunice, whatever her name. Yeah, Eunice.
Yeah. She commented on it saying this was the best write-up anybody she had ever seen. I wrote something about being old and cracking bones and
I want to see this article. I need that article. I want to see it.
Oh, it wasn't an article. It was I posted a picture of you guys from the night of the show. I don't know if I have it handy right now. I could send it to you. But that being said, she saw it on your. It's probably on the I Love the 90s page. You got to go back and look up the Hippie where I
look up the Hippie.
Yeah, I posted up some of the stuff today. But back when when the show happened, I guess it was in March. We're in April now. Yeah, March. Sometime in March when we went and saw you. Right.
Yeah, 420's coming up.
Yeah, I'm going to Kutztown, PA, baby. Woohoo!
Down. I'm going to be in Toronto.
Oh.
Ooh.
I'm going to go up there and tell them I just came up here to Canada to check out our new state.
You're going to be booed off the stage.
Oh, they're very sensitive about that, but
the thing I like about Canadian crowds is they always bring their A game.
Hey, take off, you loser.
No, I love Canada. Canada's great. I will not absolutely say that. I'm going to tread very lightly up there because
it's got to be really tough now.
I
mean, even state to state, it's got to be tough.
It's interesting. I think once you cut down beneath all of it, we're all wanting the same stuff. It's how we get there. And obviously, we don't get political, but we love our country. We love everything about it. And there's a reason that everybody wants to come here. This is the greatest spot on the planet, I think. And, all the foibles and all the differences, man, it's still pretty cool to be here,
Yeah, I'm having a good time. That's all that matters. I'm gonna enjoy myself until my day is done. That's what my goals are.
Some of the best times I've had, I've been alone. I don't need a lot. I can have fun no matter what, and I love everybody. And I think, look, by the end of that show in Bethlehem, as weird as it started, which I love, I think at the end of it, everybody kind of liked it. They were having so much fun.
Oh, we had I thought the place was rocking. I thought the whole show it was a great crowd. Yeah.
Great.
Very,
great.
very into it. Very, everybody was singing.
Yeah.
It was everybody knew the songs. Absolutely. So let me go on with questions here. So in Prayer for You, open verse challenge, you invite others to add their verses. Have any submissions surprised or stood out to you?
So we really haven't pushed that hard yet, but we've got some really big celebrities coming in on that is going to be, I can't actually tell you, but it rhymes with Afro Man.
Oh.
Can you imagine? You know?
Yeah.
Right? It's so easy to rhyme that.
Yeah.
That's cool. When you're looking for other big celebrities, I am here if you need me, Joe.
Okay, I need a hippie version. I'm going to rely on you for that. And that's for real.
Okay. All right.
I'm going to need you to sing your thing. We'll put it all together. That thing is coming out hopefully in the next couple of weeks, but we'll give you a heads up so you know it's coming.
All right.
And you work up some verses to or a chorus how you'd sing it.
Oh, I don't know. I gotta talk. We'll talk after the show because I don't even know what myself. La 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 la.
That's all we need. That's all we need.
All right. Your album, Let's Do It, from 2022, showcases a blend of humor and country. How do you balance comedic elements with musicality? I'm sorry, in your songwriting.
That's a great question. These are great questions, by the way. There's a big difference between comedy and country music. And every country artist thinks that he can be a comedian, and every comedian thinks he can be a country star. And there's none out there that are doing it, other than, Rodney Carrington, There's not a lot of guys that mix and blend country and comedy because in music we have BPMs. And in comedy, we have LPMs.
And what's L? Lines per minute?
What's that?
What is L? L is lines. BPMs is beats per minute? No?
Yep. Beats per minute. BPMs is beats per minute. So you got to be thinking of rhythm and how you going to get those words to fit in a short amount of time and rhyme and bam. And in comedy, you have LPMs, which
laughs per minute.
What's that?
Laughs per minute.
Laughs per minute. That's what it is.
Laughs per minute. Oh,
shit. Yeah. You have to have a certain amount of response time to your comedy.
You need to have about 4 to 6 good laughs a minute to compete. And
really?
every musician I know says, man, I had a guy the other night, big name, goes, man, I'm going to do this comedy set. I'm like, all right, hit me. He goes, well, I can't tell you now. I said, well, you're not ready for the stage then. He goes, well, it's kind of off the cuff. I'm like, that's comedy. And I hit him with that, and he's like, well, he told me a joke. It took him, and I inadvertently, I didn't let him know, but I was counting. I knew right where it was. It took him 1 minute and 17 seconds to get to the hook, which the hook of the joke wasn't even that funny. I'm like, bro, you owe me 8 laughs,
in that amount of time. That's crazy.
So if you're going to ask that listener to invest their time and listen to what you have to say, man, you got to be on it. So it is way different. It's 2 different brains, but I think there's a couple different people rolling around my head, so it works out.
All right, Mr. Denim, may I call you that?
Sir Denim. Maybe one day I'll get knighted and I'll be a Sir Denim.
Sir Denim.
You better get King Charles to do that before he's very sick, I heard. So you might want to. I don't know who's up next after that.
Prince William.
He might do it.
Is he the partier? Is he the guy that looks like Ed Sheeran's dad?
Yeah, he's the chill one, I think.
Got kicked out of Vegas for.
Yeah, I think he's the
partier.
I don't know. I don't want to talk on them. We have no issues with you over there, UK, at WTHC Radio. We love you.
It'll be okay, UK.
Your grass is as green as ours. That's all. But I wanted to say, Joe, is that it's just about 4:20, and we play a 4:20 song every day at 4:20, every hour that we're on. So we're going to run a little quick video. This will give you an opportunity to run potty or anything you need to do. And then when we come back, I got a bunch more questions if you're willing to stick around with us.
I totally am. I'm actually peeing right now.
Oh, awesome. All right, then I will get to the video. We'll be right back, everybody. Happy 420.
I'm going to go get a drink.
Yeah, there you go. All right.
I got, 3 minutes?
Yeah, 3 or 4. No, actually, 2:39 to be
Here I come. I'll be back at 2:39. I need more drinks.
Right. Peace.
Big studio.
Hello, my name is Rich Regal, and we just legalized marijuana in the great state of Ohio, and I figure why not write a song to that beautiful plant. I'm looking for the light, just wanna get high, so high, and my mouth is so damn dry, 'cause I'm high as the sky, so high, and I'm looking for the light, just wanna get high, so high, I'm high. Grab the papers in the bong, it don't matter what you're smoking on, just keep it rolling like we Cheech and Chong, We just sit back, light one up and pass it all around, all Zaza in my roll up, yeah, we ain't never smoking brown, pack of gummies in my mouth, I ain't never coming down, trying to get so damn high that I can never touch the ground. And we do it like this, no seeds, no sticks, boogie over there, lighting up another damn spliff, so I grab it on up and put it to my lips like this. I'm looking for the light, just wanna get high, so high, and my mouth is so damn dry, 'cause I'm high as the sky, so high, and I'm looking for the light, just wanna get high, so high, I'm high.
All right, we're back. We're back with Joe Denim, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Joe, I can't thank you enough for being here, my man. That's our buddy Rich Regal, right out of Ohio. He's our a good friend. We've had him on before.
What part of Ohio?
I don't know offhand. I want to say, I don't know. I don't want to say.
Let's make up a town. Let's make up a town.
A town.
Moose Knuckle, Ohio.
Moose Knuckle, Ohio, right next to Ashburnlund.
By the Cuyahoga.
Ashtabula. Isn't that what that one?
Yeah,
We decided it was
Ashtabula.
pronounced Ashtabula or whatever.
Ashbutula, yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Hello, Toys Play at Night. That's our friend Toys Play at Night. He has a toy store. You like toys, Joe? He has a vintage toy store. You should check it out sometime. It's amazing. Everything you could think of, from He-Man to the Smurfs.
All the stuff you wanted when you were a kid and
then some. Yeah. Anyway, let's get back to it. Your music often satires everyday life. How do you? I should have read these before I. How do you choose topics that resonate humorously with your audience?
I kind of like to look around and see what's affecting me daily, and then kind of say, I don't really live a normal life, right? So some of the stuff that happens to me every day doesn't happen to everyone else every day. So I got to look at stuff and go, what would relate to that person? And then secondly, what would be funny to that person? I can write serious songs, but nobody really wants to hear those out of me. I mean, how do you sing a serious song looking like this?
I kind of think you look like Sammy Hagar.
I can't drive 55.
A young, handsome Sammy Hagar. Yeah,
I hear that a lot. Billy Bob Thornton. I ran into him the other night, and he said, "Man, you look just like my friend Sammy. Like you look just like Sammy Hagar.
Like Sammy Hagar, dude."
So I got down like 2 feet lower, and I go, how's that? And he goes, oh my God, that looks just like him.
You look like him.
Yeah, he's got a new song out called I Can't Drive, I'm 75.
No way. I want to hear that one.
So I look at it like that, and then you got to kind of sort through the pieces of the song and the satire and be like, is this going to be funny? Can I make the hippie laugh? You know, if I can't make the hippie laugh.
And his minion of a wife. So he's got a minion of a wife as well, I guess.
Is the wife?
Oh no, toys play at knife. And his wife. And the wife. And his toys. I thought
somebody looked surprised that he. You're like, what?
Sammy. What? I'm like, Sammy's got a minion wife? Oh, nice.
Nice flip.
All right. Anyway, you're a part of we pretty much hit on this. I love the 90s alongside Vanilla Ice and Young MC. How does your comedic country style complement this lineup? You pretty much covered that, right?
We covered that already.
All right. Denim Fest is, unfortunately, it was canceled. Are there plans to reschedule or host a similar event in the future where then the hippie would definitely want to be involved?
Well, there'll be news coming out about that too. Yeah, we got some good stuff happening.
It could be the Joe Denim and Hippie Fest.
It could be the Hippie Denim.
WTHC Radio, Hippie Denim Fest.
Hippie Denim. I like Hippie Denim a lot.
Yeah, this is denim. This hat.
I
denim
see that.
tie-dye. Yeah, it's cool. All right, I'm just
glad my last name's not Joe Naked.
Joe Naked. Opening for acts like Vanilla Ice must be diverse audiences. How do you tailor your set to engage such varied crowds? I guess I went through this section already. I don't remember.
I would say the answer to that question is there are genres of music. There's not really any genres for laughter, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
Funny's funny. So, you know, I got to tell you, we did Choctaw, Mississippi the other night. It was great crowd. This black security girl came up to me and she looked at me after the show and she said, I told all my friends, there is no way this guy's going to make us laugh. There is no way. She said, we laughed. She said, my mascara's running. She said, we were crying. You had us laughing so hard.
Yeah.
So
you had a lady pass out in our crowd. She passed out from laughing so hard or because of the heat, but she passed out.
Yeah, I think it's because it wasn't that hot. It was because of laughter. But the thing is, like, once you get to laughing, I don't care what side you're on, who you are, what color you are, where you're from. Funny is funny.
Funny's funny.
Amen.
That's why I think it works out there, you know?
That's why you have to smile every day, right? I agree.
I do. I wake up happy. I go to bed happy.
Your songs often, let me make sure I'm not reading something I already read. Your songs often tackle unconventional topics. What's your process for, I did that already? Yeah.
Yep.
No, I haven't heard that
one.
Okay, for turning everyday situations into humorous lyrics.
So the other day I went through a drive-through. I don't want to say where it was, but it rhymes with McDonald's. And
right.
I went around there and they asked for my order, and I said, just put $12 worth of stuff in a bag. And they
couldn't laugh at that.
They said, I'm sorry. What? Do what? I said, what do you want? They said, no, what's your order? I said, my order is just throw $12 worth of stuff in a bag. So I pulled around. The manager comes up and he's like, sir, what did you order? I said, just throw $12 worth of stuff in a bag. He said, we can't do that. I said, well, you did last Thursday. And the last Thursday before that. And he went like this. He went, I got you. And he went back. He came out with 4 big bags full of stuff. I got $50 worth of stuff. And he hands it through the window. And I laugh about it. But nobody thinks of doing that, right? So I don't know. It's a weird muscle in my brain that goes, you know, The Far Side. Remember The Far Side by Gary Larson?
Absolutely.
Yes, I do.
Cartoons back in the day, yeah.
I think I read that too much as a kid, and that's how I look at everything. I'm like, that's
not a bad way to look at stuff, though. I think that's a great way to look at things.
That little bit of sarcasm and
they were so wise. They were so wise.
Yeah, and I picked up on that. So honestly, I mean, I heard songs like "Thank God" and "Greyhound She's Gone" by Roy Clark. You know, I heard songs like
Roy Clark. I haven't heard that name. Jeez, you're showing our age there. You're showing.
Yeah, I mean, songs like
that's like Yeehaw old, right?
Yeah, I grew up on Hee-Haw, and it's like I thought
Hee-Haw was the bomb.
Yeah, I even loved it.
You got? Do you guys ever come to Nashville?
No.
Okay, I would like to invite the hippie and his wife.
My wife is in the crowd, but that's Granny Cannabis, and she.
Okay, well, I know that. I know that. We'll bring her too.
Okay.
Bring as many of the hippie team you'd like to Nashville, and I'll introduce you to Joe Spivey, who played fiddle on Hee Haw. And
really?
I have lunch with him all the time, and I hang out with every country guy down here in Nashville. I'll show you. I'll introduce you to my friend.
That was going to be my next question. You, as a tourer, do you have a home residence, or are you just like on the bus?
I am located right now, hippie. You're not going to believe this, but 3.5 miles from the Grand Ole Opry in Nashville, Tennessee.
That is awesome. That is.
And
awesome.
if you go 3.5 miles to the south, you wind up at the B&A Airport. So I'm 12 minutes from downtown Nashville. I've been here 25 years. I love it here. And I'll probably always be here. But I'd like to invite you guys seriously to Nashville, and you come down, and I'll show you around, and I'll introduce you to the countryside of what we grew up on, you know?
Absolutely. I would love
Thank
that.
you. Thank you so much.
I mean it wholeheartedly.
Absolutely. That's awesome. Thank you.
So
let me get on. How do you decide when a song should lean more into comedy versus traditional country themes?
I kind of think of it and see, like I say, it goes back to, do I think it's funny? Will they think it's funny? And, you know, will they listen, you know? I got so many, and I'd love to play you some others, but it just depends on the mood, you know? It's like, I always think the world needs a smile and a laugh. So I wake up thinking that, and whatever I can do to get a laugh, that's what I do, you know?
Yeah. I got in trouble for that a lot when I was a kid. My dad used to beat me and tell me I wasn't allowed to be funny. I had to learn and do what I was supposed to do, but I didn't want to. I wanted to be funny, you know? And it's a sad story. Sad story.
Did you ever?
Humor in my family tended to be puns. We were encouraged to be punny.
Okay, let's hear a punny. Let's hear a punny.
I'm not very good at it on point. It just happens. It has to happen naturally. I can't do it on command, man. I'm not a comedian. I'm a granny.
I'm a Granny Cannabis.
What does Granny Cannabis do during the day? What does Hippie do during the day?
Well, we run a radio station, so
I'm a DJ.
I own WTHC radio.
I'm one of his DJs.
Yeah, she's one of my DJs, and Skunky was here before, but unfortunately his Wi-Fi was giving him issues, but he's my other DJ.
But I also live in Michigan, so I also
what part of Michigan?
Grow medicine. Oh, do you know where Traverse City is?
I absolutely know where Traverse City is.
I'm right near Traverse City.
You've probably been everywhere in the world.
I have been every place. I've been to Grand Rapids.
I've been everywhere, man. I've been
everywhere, man. Cause that big old hair, or however they say it. Anyway, yeah, I love that. So you're in Michigan, and you're in Hippies in Pennsylvania.
I'm in the pencil side of Pennsylvania. Yeah, that would be.
And then the other DJ that was in here that's having Wi-Fi issues is in Florida.
Skunky, he's in Florida. He's our buddy down here.
What part of Florida is he in? Just out of curiosity.
He just moved to, I want to say,
where there's not good internet.
Palmetto or something like that. How do you say it? Palmetto.
Okay.
Palmetto.
Palmetto. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think it's Palmetto.
Something like that. Yeah.
Like the bugs.
Or somewhere in that general area.
I mean the trees.
Bradenton, something like that. Maybe that area. I don't know. Something like that. On the West Coast. He lives on the Gulf of America. He lives in the Gulf
of America down there. You know, some of the songwriters here in Nashville are upset with Trump about naming it the Gulf of America. Do you know how hard it is to rhyme things with the Gulf of America?
I can only imagine.
It's not easy.
Mexico,
at least
Mexico
you got
rhymes with everything. Oh,
you got everything right. But America's
hard.
America. You got to cut it down.
Hard to rhyme with.
Yeah, I agree. All right. Have you ever written a song that was too edgy or controversial to release? And let's hear it.
Can I play it?
Go for it. If you remember it, I'm okay. Granny, cover your ears.
Granny. I think Granny's heard it all. No, I've
heard a lot.
I've heard, I've thought of a lot. There's a lot of songs I can't play on the radio.
You can hear, sir.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Okay. I don't. I'm trying to think which one I mean, I can play all of them on the radio, but it's just like it's the lyric sequence that gets me, you know. Trying to think of one I'd like to play you. Ask the next question. I'll come back to it. I got to think on a good one because I don't want to get you in trouble, but it doesn't sound like I can.
There's no trouble here. I own the radio station, so I make the rules. And as long as you don't play, as long as you give me the rights to play the song, then I'm okay. So you heard him, YouTube and Facebook. He's giving me the rights to play the song. He's actually playing it himself, so there shouldn't be an issue. They'll still give me an issue because they're a bunch of jerks, and that's why I end up with no account because they take them away.
What's that?
They're jerks. Them and TikTok.
How about this? I'll give you a verse and chorus of this song.
Go for it.
This is how to spot a cheater. Okay.
Oh,
a lot of cheating songs. A lot of cheating songs. I decided to write a song about how to spot a cheater. Kind of head it off, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Goes like this.
I've been trying to catch one myself. I've been keeping my eye on my wife.
Here's how you do it. Here's how you do it.
You're in so much trouble now, dude.
I'm always in trouble.
Here it goes. No, the warning signs were not everywhere, and I didn't find some stranger's underwear. Well, I don't mean to be accusing, but it's a little confusing. I spent an hour in the shower looking down at my toes. Oh, 'cause I'm blonde and you're blonde. Tell me whose black pubes are on the soap.
Oh yeah, you're good.
That's fine.
I play John Valby over here. Yeah, you're good.
Well, you ever look down and see and be like, hey, hold on. What's...
Yeah. Hey, let me play a commercial or two for you. Hold on. I'll give you an example. All right. Hold on a second, sir. Let's go with this one. Here you go. You ready?
Hit me.
Are you tired of having a dirty brown booty hole? Do you wish your booty hole was pure white? Then you need to call us at 1-800-BLEACH-MY-BOOTY-HOLE, and we will show you how to do this all naturally. For just $19.95 plus $3.95 shipping and handling, we will send you an instructional manual complete with illustrations on how to put your legs behind your head while on a lawn chair and point your booty hole towards the sun properly. We will teach you how to spread your cheeks so that the sun can naturally bleach all those cracks and crevices that you can't reach otherwise. Act now, and we will throw in a pair of sunglasses to protect your eyes. Call 1-800-BLEACH-MY-BOOTY-HOLE naturally now.
Yeah. So that's just an example of what we do. There's no FCC involved in this, or FAA, or whatever the one with the radio.
As high as we are right now, maybe the FAA should be involved.
Not the airplane dudes, the ones that are in charge of the radio.
You know, I never bleached my booty hole, but I did put a couple Crest white strips on it one time.
Okay.
To try to do what you were thinking, right? See, but we have the answer for you now.
Every time I farted, it smelled like wintergreen.
Oh, God.
For months.
Thank
All
you,
right.
bleach buttholes.
I have others, but we'll go on. You ready to sing, or do you want me to ask another question?
I need more questions.
Okay, coming up. Have you? That's the one.
I got a question.
Go ahead, Granny.
Okay, so have any of your songs have you ever written a song that became totally serious and you gave it to someone else and said, hey, it's a good song, I just can't, and given it to someone else and they've performed it?
Baby, it's not my bag, baby.
Yeah, I have. The song called, there's an artist named Steve Holy, big country star. You probably know him.
Yeah.
Brand new girlfriend and all that. He's a good buddy. He cut one of my songs called Wonders. I'll make sure it's up on Spotify. If you go to, or YouTube or wherever, it's called Wonders.
I can watch them there. I cannot play them unless they're on Deezer. That's the only rule I have. So I have to play Deezer shit.
Sorry. Anyway, I'm
You're sorry.
It's okay.
I had I'll send it to you for sure. But the answer is yes. I've got a song out with Jake Worthington right now called Ain't Got You to Hold. It's a big country record coming out. If you know Jake, if you don't know Jake, you need to know Jake Worthington in the country world.
I've heard the name. I've heard the name. Actually.
Yeah, he's a superstar coming up. I got a really good song called "Ain't Got You to Hold On" there. I wrote one for Jelly Roll. It made his first or his second record. It was called "If the Waffle House Served Whiskey." So that was fun. But yeah, I do get a lot. We write every day down here in Nashville. I'm writing with Uncle Cracker.
Yeah, so that's what you asked us. So yeah, right back at you. What do you do all day? I'm DJ 4 hours of the day. She's a DJ 4 hours of the day. Skunky's a DJ 4 hours out of the day, and then we do
other hours devoted to
we do
the DJs
podcasts. Yeah, and we're always looking for more DJs. In fact,
actually, I had some friends recently down there to go visit their sister Rachel Rodriguez, who is down in Nashville, and she was
superstar. We had her on just recently.
She's amazing. She's releasing soon. She got signed. She's releasing a record soon, and
I love that. That's what it's about, doing it.
Right? Yeah, it's just incredible. So, so I was house sitting for her family while they were down there visiting her, and she sent me back some of her sunglasses.
Oh, nice.
Right? Like, that's like the best good luck kiss from someone you admire, right?
Yeah,
I loved it.
Joe, do you partake in the 420 stuff, or is that not something you got to save your voice? I know a lot of the singers out there, they're like worried about their voices and stuff. You're allowed to do whatever you want, Joseph. Don't worry about it. This is my show.
The smoking thing gets to me, and I'll be honest with you, it's like I can get in the right spot, but I can't go too far because you got to navigate country and comedy.
Control yourself, yeah, I get it.
Yeah, so I love everything about it. Love the way it smells. I just don't smoke the smoke,
Yeah, well, you can boof it. You can put it up your ass now. You don't have to just smoke.
No.
All right, I'll tell you about
that.
No,
not boofing.
Granny doesn't want to talk about boofing.
Hold on, I'm looking up a video on that right now. No. I did discover the edibles are fun. I have fun with those.
Yeah, well, RSO. RSO. You got to check out the RSO. Start slow though. Start slow. And
here's the song. If you guys are Willie Nelson fans, I'm going to play you a quick song while you're thinking of that next question. You ready?
I got the question. I'm ready. Go ahead.
This will be so fast. Watch this.
Oh, God.
It pertains to your show. We're all stoned again. Empty nesters without kids again. Pray to God they don't want to move back in. 'Cause we're all gonna stay stoned again. We're all stoned again. This time around we drive Mercedes Benz. Ought to see all the money that we spend just so we can all stay stoned again. We're all stoned again, like a bunch of hippies burning down the highway. We might wear Depends, depending if we stopped to take a piss before we got out on the highway. Out on the highway. Have you ever pulled over and had to pee at a Buc-ee's?
Not a Buc-ee's, but I've had to pee. Yes, I've had some experiences, I can tell you.
We're all stoned again. I mean, that's funny, right?
Absolutely. Is that yours, or is that?
That's funny.
Send me that. I will play that. You know how we play it for? Do you have a video for that?
I wrote it in Thackerville at a casino hotel room, and it's brand new. You guys are hearing this shit for the rest of the world, as I promised. But I will. We're going to the studio. We're cutting a bunch of this stuff.
All right.
And
well, if you
I'll
need
make
me
sure
to fill in on the video. I'm available.
I need this.
Yeah. And
I
then
need more
we can
hippie.
make them. I want your video for anything stoner. I mean, I'll take all your songs. Absolutely. I love you. And I'll play your stuff every day over here. I have no shame in my game. But
how about this? I will write one. I've got a couple, but I'll write one specifically for you, Hippie.
Oh, that would be amazing.
And Mama, what was the other? I can't see the other. What was your name again?
There's Granny Cannabis.
Granny Cannabis and Hippie. I got this. I'll write you a song.
Amazing. My goodness. All right. That's well, we're gonna have to stay in touch forever now. You're gonna have to be my best friend.
I mean, I feel like if we don't talk daily,
I feel like I'm gonna miss something. I agree. Have you ever written a song that was too edgy or controversial? We did that one. Collaborating with somebody like Steve Cropper must be insightful. What have you learned from such partnerships? I'm sorry.
So I'm going to just tell you guys want the truth, or can I tell you how it happened?
You say you
do the truth. Do whatever you feel that you need to say.
I played my disclaimer. I don't know nothing, man.
Okay, all of these. Well, this is on YouTube, so you can look it up. It's safe enough for YouTube, but I know you guys are gonna. Okay, so do you remember a thing called Two Girls, One Cup?
Yo, God, yeah.
Oh my God, yes, that was amazing.
So we're out on the Toby Keith tour, and he's doing that red Solo cup. They filled you up. I had to party. They had to party. And I was walking back to the bus, and I may or may not have been drinking the Jack Daniels.
Love Jack, good friend of mine.
And I heard
Two girls,
one cup. They filled you up. They had to party. They had to party. Yeah. I love you, two girls, one. Right?
I love it. I love it.
So I'm walking back to the bus, and I hurry back to the back lounge, and I get my guitar, and I'm sitting there. I'm like, two girls, one cup. Okay, so I wrote it down as fast as I could. Ran over to Toby's bus because after the show we sit and drink. Or we sat and drank. Anyway, so I get over there. I go, hey Toby, guys, check this out. So I'm like, two girls, one cup. And he's like, oh my God, don't. So the whole bus was laughing. They were just dying, and they're like, you can't. So I'm like, all right. So I went home and I made a video for it, and I put it up on YouTube, and it blew up. And Steve Cropper saw that video, right?
Yeah.
And I get an email from a buddy connecting me with Steve Cropper, and I'm like, wait, Steve Cropper? He said, yeah, he loves your song Two Girls, One Cup, and he has a parody he wants to write with you.
Oh, no. Awesome.
I'm like, what?
Is this real?
Like, sitting on the dock of the bay, biggest songwriter, Stax musician, wrote produced Soul Man and the Blues Brothers. That's Steve Cropper? He goes, yeah. I go, you got to be kidding me. Yes, I'd love to do that. So Steve Cropper comes over with a song called Cover of the Field and Stream.
Yes, I was reading about it today.
You heard that, right?
I couldn't. I've heard it performed somewhere. I could not find it on Deezer though. Unfortunately, I tried.
Well, we're big country singers. We love chicken fingers. Get them everywhere we go.
Yeehaw!
Sing about women and we sing about whiskey. $2 million a show. We drink all kinds of shine. Get to seeing things. The thing we ain't ever seen is the thing that'll hit you when you get your picture on the cover of the Field and Stream. You get the idea.
Yes.
I want to go salmon. I want to go salmon fishing now. Thanks.
With your mother. So I'm like, what? So that was his idea. We wrote it to the wall. He did not know any hunting terms. So I was, I'm a hunter. I love to hunt things. I love the outdoors. And I got a trail cam camera with a real tree camera. He's like, what is that?
What are you even talking about?
So, but the guy was great.
I'm like, who doesn't know that?
Yeah.
Well, Granny, I don't know that. I don't know.
In Michigan,
that's why you have me.
Yeah. we got Granny Cannabis. I mean, and you use real tree cameras like we use Ring.
Right. She does.
Yeah. There's a bear that lives in my woods. I occasionally run into her. I just need to know exactly where she's at so I don't run into her quite as often.
Yes, I've done that myself, being here in the Pennsylvania area, in the beautiful Pocono Mountains of the Pennsylvania area. We walk out in the morning at 4 a.m. and we walk into big bears in the garbage can as well. And
that's why you're not supposed to be walking around at 4 a.m. in the dark.
When you have to work in the morning, you go out at 4 a.m. and get in the car. That's how you
go.
Bear-proof your cans, man.
I walked into a bear in Snowshoe, West Virginia, and scared me to death.
Yeah, they're big. They scary big mothers, but
I
they
ran back in the hotel and
The smell
I thought you had
hits you.
snowshoes. I thought you had snowshoes on when he was saying that. I was like, you ran into a bear with snowshoes on?
I was literally we did a show there, and the bus couldn't get all the way up to the top, so we had to walk from the resort down to the bus. And I'm like, that's 2 a.m. And I did, and walked right into a bear and ran back inside and said, "Send a runner! I'm not going outside. I'm a vagina." You know, that kind of thing.
Security. I need security.
No, it's and you know that old trick they say of just make yourself look bigger and yell and they'll walk away. Well, that only works so much of a percentage of the time, man.
Yeah,
It's better if you can get back inside and a big closed door right in between you.
Yeah.
My wife was sitting on the deck one day. She was sitting in the house with her head up against the window, and right behind her was the deck. And we left by mistake, not knowing early in our years here in the Poconos, we had forgotten that oil would be something that after frying our Thanksgiving turkey, the bear might be interested in the next day. So we left it out on the deck to cool, and there was a bear on our deck eating the oil from the can. The can got all dented up, but I was sitting across the room, and all of a sudden I seen big fluffy ears behind her head, and I was like, "What the hell is that?" And she's sitting there, and she's like, "What are you talking about?" And I'm like, like John Candy in the movie. I'm like, "Bear!" And she jumps up, and there it is, right, looking in the window, right at her back of her head. I'm talking a half an inch, a piece of glass between her and the back of the head of the bear. She had the ever-living shit out of us. She was much tougher.
Poor Mississippi. Oh my god.
Yeah, it was scary. All right, I got more questions. I got so many more questions. Good God. How do you handle audience members who might not immediately connect with your humor?
Or how do you handle hecklers? Maybe that's a better question.
Well, first is they'll catch up. I keep going. You can't stop. You can't stop. You got to go for it. And they do catch up. And if they don't catch up, I always say, look, some people don't like pizza or puppies. You're not going to please everybody.
Right.
But
right.
A lot of times they'll come around, right? Because fun. If funny's funny, right? So
right. If you know what you're doing, and I'm sure you do, and you've been doing it long enough, that they're gonna laugh. They're gonna laugh. It's bound to happen. I laugh.
As far as hecklers, bring them on. I love hecklers. I make them part of the show so fast because it's just I love hecklers. Hecklers are great.
I had a feeling you might. Enjoy them.
Have you ever received? Go ahead.
There's not much they can't. I'm ahead of them. I can head them off at the pass.
You're already thinking what they're thinking before they're even thinking it. Have you ever received feedback that led to change or adapt a song or a performance?
Ask it one more. I didn't hear the first part. What was the first part?
Have you ever received feedback that led you to change or adapt your song or performance?
Yes, I have. Yes, I have. I have.
Can you elaborate, or no? You don't want to. You don't have to.
No, it's probably the best advice I've ever gotten, and it was from Jimmy Buffett, and then from
he's my God, he's my Jesus. Rest in peace, Jimmy.
Yeah, Jimmy's the best.
I fucking loved him.
He said, "Don't ever try to sing better than the guy in the 22nd row."
That was me.
And I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, don't try to outsing him." And Toby Keith said the same thing 12 years later.
But they hung out a lot, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. Yeah. But he said the same thing. And I listened to that. I'm like, you know what? Everybody, I doubt if I ever make it on The Voice. The closest I've been to making it on The Voice is I walked through a room today and I farted and 4 chairs turned around.
Oh, nice one. But why would you go on? I mean, are you not living the life?
Cannabis is not amused.
I don't know. You kind of cut out a little. You kind of cut out, but I could.
You did cut out a little bit. Sorry.
Yeah, I figured out what you said. He said he farted and 4 chairs turned around.
Oh, that's fucking okay. That's hilarious.
See?
Yes,
that's so everybody strives to be the best singer. I clearly
sorry. I have like one technology beep per show for whatever reason, and it just so happened to be something funny, I apologize.
It's okay.
What was funny?
I don't know now. I'm stoned, babe.
Farting is funny.
Yeah, I farted and 4 chairs turned around. That's funny. Anyway,
that's funny.
So no, the best advice and how I've adapted, I listened when they said don't out sing that guy. You know, sing like him. So I do, and they do, and it works out.
Yeah, I was gonna say this guy, he has his hand up my ass. I mean, but this whole hand that he has up my ass is all dedicated to Jimmy Buffett, from the middle of his chest all the way down his whole sleeve. He has a sleeve of tattoos, all dedicated to Jimmy Buffett. Big Jimmy Buffett fan.
Probably one of the coolest guys ever. I think "Who's the Blonde Stranger" is one of my favorite songs.
Who's the blonde? Yeah, I could sing it for you right now.
Yeah,
it's one of his great song. No, he doesn't have a bad song. I don't think there is a bad song in his shit.
No, that was all gold stuff.
Yeah, it's a shame, and I just so out of nowhere, sudden. I was not expecting it. Kind of like my other icon, Jerry Garcia.
Yeah,
another great who just died out of nowhere, pissing me off.
Well, they were done. They were done.
But he was.
They did everything they needed to do, and they were done.
They had an incredible journey, and
you imagine being Jerry Garcia?
Good Lord.
I seen him 8 times live. I've seen him in concert 8 times.
No, I said, can you imagine being him, being Jerry?
Oh, I would. People tell me I should play him in the movie, not Jonah. They said you should be playing him, not Jonah. I get
right.
By strangers, they're like, you should be playing Jerry Garcia.
No, Jerry. All that history, the history of music alone contained within that man's mind.
Yeah.
Jeez Louise, stunning.
All right, we're getting close to Joe's got to get out of here time. I mean, you don't have to get out. You can stay as long as you want, sir, but I don't want to keep you too long. What's the most memorable fan interaction you've had during a show?
A fan interaction?
Yeah.
Like someone jumping up on the stage and like throwing themselves at you, or throwing bras at you, or...
One time a lady threw a bra at me, and it was a big girl. She was well nourished, and it was huge. This thing looked like a hammock made for 2.
Yeah.
And it about knocked me over.
Been there, done that.
And she's here tonight. I'd like to introduce you. No,
Hippie, come on down.
And bring them titties with you.
She got some big jugs, that lady.
Her kids have stretch marks around their mouth. You know what I mean?
No, Jesus.
Oh, shit. Here she is. I'm dead. She's going to kick my ass, Joe.
Who is?
What you guys are doing?
The camera's all the way over here.
What happened? Hey.
I didn't even hear it.
She's heard her name out there, and she came running in here to beat my ass.
Mississippi?
She's gone. Oh, she's back. Hold on. Can you hear him? They can't see you because the camera's over here on me. I'm the star.
Much love, Mississippi.
Much love.
Yeah, Mississippi was good. Let's see. A fan interaction. Yeah, it's probably the big girl. We met a cow in Iowa. We took a cow, 2,000-pound cow, into a bar. That was fun.
Yes, Elsie.
Yeah.
Where did you do this exactly?
This was in Mason City, Iowa, and they brought out a 2,000-pound Holstein cow. And he's all over the internet.
I think I saw that the other night on YouTube.
Yeah, Gucci the cow.
Gucci. Yes.
Yeah, he's got like 2 million followers or something.
That's awesome.
So they came out and said, "Hey, you got somebody I want you to meet." I'm like, "All right." So
I saw that with you, and you brought it out to Vanilla Ice. You made Ice come out and meet it.
And he fed it the banana.
I saw that.
Yep. So that was a lot of fun.
Yes, that must have been fun. Yes, I saw you bring Ice out to meet his new friend. Yes. Our friend, when we went to go to the show that night, Ice signed her breastisis up here, and she actually went and got it tattooed on. The crazy lady. She's got Ice.
You'll have to tell him.
She's got Ice.
She still got it.
Tell him she actually got it tattooed on. That crazy.
I don't want to hear about it. Let's see it. Here we go.
She's
Cameron's
not
in.
here,
It
unfortunately.
wasn't me.
Oh,
It wasn't this crazy lady. It was a different.
No.
But I can get you pictures. Don't worry about it.
I need pictures.
I don't want to send them on the internet though. I don't want to get in trouble for sending porn.
Just bring them. You know, I've been watching a lot of porn. You know, midget porn.
Yes, I love porn.
Midget porn takes up the same amount of space on your phone as regular porn.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not think of that.
But I'll be honest,
The
porn
same
gets
amount of gigabytes.
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 Gigaboo. Okay, that's funny. No,
Right.
I will say that porn gets a bad rap. Porn is educational, and I will say if it wasn't for porn,
that's how I learned.
I couldn't spell amateur or Thailand. Thank you.
Right. And I wouldn't know anything about making babies. That's for sure. I would have never learned. Nobody taught me that shit. They never taught me. I would have been sitting here with no kids. Probably. No offense, daughter. If you're still out there, I love you. My daughter was here.
I named my daughter Rhonda Jeremy.
Jeremy. How has social media influenced your connection with fans and the promotion of your music? Or has it?
It has. TikTok of all places has been real good to us. Instagram, it's a great way for people to keep up with us, you know. And
absolutely, that's how I talk to you guys.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. It led me to this. It led me to this the hippie show.
Yeah. I saw you and I was like, I'm gonna reach out to Joe and I'm gonna see if he's willing to come on. I mean, if I don't ask, I'm never gonna know. And I said, and then Amanda, wonderful, absolutely wonderful, helped me out and made this all happen.
So great, man.
Big shout out to her. Thank her very much. I invited her. She could have been here with us. I told her she could sit right there next to us. I sent her an invite.
She said no.
She did.
Your background includes playing keys for artists like Uncle Kracker. How did those experiences shape your solo career?
I learned a lot from him and them, and watching the crowd react to his songs, you know. And I sit up there every night and watch what works and what doesn't work. You can tell when you lose them, you know. And Cracker's got a way of really keeping them. He writes great. And, he knows how to write a song.
Got a lot of great songs. I agree with that.
And there's a pace to his shows.
Yeah.
There's a pace to it that, you know, there's just like when there is just like a slight lull and then all of a sudden he's picking you right back up. And that's a skill in itself to pace your show like that.
I've asked numerous artists that I've met so far doing this, and I don't know, you all have this answer, but I mean, I guess because I'm a stoner, maybe it would be a little harder for me, but I would have a hard time remembering the words to all of your songs. How do you do that? You know, like
sometimes
you just make up new ones as you're going. If this rhymes, throw it in there because I can't remember what I said the last time.
Unless it's a hit. If they know it, then you got to stay on it.
You got to sing it, yeah.
But if they've never heard it, I mean,
yeah, then you just
I can play anything, you know.
Right.
Like, hey, I'm just working on this, and then
yeah.
Right.
But no, you got to have it together. That's what I was saying earlier. There's some things I can and cannot do, and I gotta stay in that spot where I'm focused because it is a lot to remember. You're playing chords, and you're playing notes, and you're playing melodies, and you're singing. You know, it's like got to be on it.
Absolutely. Have you ever faced any significant challenges in your career that led to unexpected growth or change? Goodness, I guess I hit a chord there.
I think there's a great story behind that laugh.
It's the way you said it. I think is pretty awesome. Anything that I've faced that changed my trajectory in my career for growth.
Is that what I said? I don't.
That's what I heard.
That's what you said. Yeah.
I don't remember saying that, but okay.
I'm pretty sure that's what you said.
All right, read your question.
Yeah. All right. Have you faced any significant challenges in your career that led to unexpected growth or change? See, I didn't say all that other fancy words.
Yeah. I don't know how to answer that. Yeah, I mean,
that's okay. You can call a friend or you can pass. We have that option always. So.
You know what I'm calling right now. Hang on. Hello.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sid will call you back.
All right. Sounds good. Moving on. As an avid outdoorsman, how does nature influence your songwriting?
It gives me time to get out in the quiet and think, put my thoughts together.
You have a rapid brain running like constantly, like me?
Yes.
And is it hard to slow it down? It's hard to slow it down, right? So when you're out on that boat fishing or sitting up in the tree stand, I can't sit in the tree stand. I'm going too much. I can't sit still that long. I won't ever catch a deer.
Yeah. Well, you don't catch them.
You don't catch them, sweetie.
Thank you.
Deer, come here, deer.
How many deer did you catch this year?
I'm catching them all, man. I got them in my yard. I got them everywhere.
My dog got sprayed by a skunk, and we had to call.
When?
This is a year or so ago.
Oh, okay.
And we kind of live in an area where you can't just shoot guns, and so neighbor says call a pet or call an exterminator. They'll get those skunks out of there. I'm like, look, I grew up in the country. I can get rid of this thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, pet guy comes by, or the
exterminator, we call him.
Yeah, exterminator comes by and he goes, I said, I got a skunk, need you to catch it. He said, okay. He said, you can't shoot them because if you shoot them, they'll spray everywhere, and you just don't want that. So you just got to be careful with them. I said, well, how are you going to catch it? He sets this box trap out there, and he gets a Little Debbie cream pie.
I'm already in there. I'm already in that pie.
He puts it in the trap. He said, the only thing that skunks will take for bait is a Little Debbie cream pie. He said, I come out here tomorrow morning. He said, there'll be a skunk in that trap. I said, you come out here tomorrow morning, I'll be in that trap.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm already taking that trap. I'm already taking that Little Debbie cream pie. What are you talking about?
We never got the skunk. It cost me $85, but that was a pretty good Little Debbie snack cake.
Yeah, it was worth it. Sure.
It was worth it, right? It was totally worth it.
Yes.
All right, let's start to wrap it up. I don't want to keep you too long. If you could create a themed festival combining hunting, comedy, and country music, what would it look like?
I think it'd be called God, Guns, and Guitars.
God, you've already got this planned. When are we doing it?
We got to do it soon.
Yeah.
It's got to be all your favorite faves.
God, guns, and
like that.
I like that.
You can do whatever you want.
What's the
Can we have bows too?
Sure.
Bows?
Bows.
Yeah, like my compound bow.
Like in your hair, but like a compound bow.
Yeah.
And
do you shoot compound?
Yeah. Hang on.
Got a couple of them hanging up behind her over there. No, that's closed.
Hang on, that's the other part.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's close. Oh, there they are. Yeah,
heck yeah!
She got them hanging right there in the background. That's her background to the show. Yeah. Guns.
Yeah.
God's Guns and Guitars and bows.
And bows.
I love bows.
We got to keep it on for the feminine side. Bows.
I love.
bow hunting is feminine. That's not what I was saying. I was saying bows.
I caught more deer this year with a bow than I did with a gun.
See, you're catching them now too.
Yeah, I'm a deer catcher.
Yeah, I'm a deer catcher. I'm a deer watcher. I'm a deer watcher.
I'm a deer watcher.
Deer watcher. All right. What's the most unusual item you've included in your tour rider?
I can't tell you what those are. I'll tell you off air, but it's a true story. I don't want to get you in trouble. It's pretty great though.
If you think it needs, I've given you enough hints that you can say pretty much anything you want. If you still
line 38 in the rider, after all the other crap, the back line, the things, the this, that, the can, whatever, is there must be no. We have to have jizz-free couches in the green room.
I agree.
That's the best rule ever. No, that's a very, very good rule.
And the reason we do that is
we're in the green room right now.
The reason we do that is, who read your whole rider if you get a call asking about the jizz-free couch.
Right. Now it's
yeah.
And the phone calls that would come into the management be like, hey, okay, we got everything. Question. What about we knew that they read the rider, so we're like, all right, no, we're good. You leave the jizz in there.
The rider. I got it.
We don't really care. Just throw a quiz over or something.
If you had to choose a theme song for your life, which of your tracks would it be and why?
Wow. Who wrote these questions?
ChatGPT.
Man, it's kicking my ass, that chat. They're great questions. A song that I wrote that would signify my life.
Yeah. If I had $1 million, did you write that?
I rewrote that.
Rewrote. I was going to say if it was originally by them and then they stole it from you, or you stole
Bare
it.
Naked Ladies, and then
Bare Naked Ladies. Okay.
A guy, Mark Nathan, who just passed away 2 days ago, by the way. He connected me with those guys, and we did that version of it. So we did their like a reimagination of their song.
I absolutely love it. We love you, Fear, for being here still. We love it. Thank you, Fear, for hanging with us still.
Yeah, I mean,
we're losing them. The crowd is starting to leave. But if you had to choose it, we did that one. Have you ever had a performance where everything went hilariously wrong?
Yes, I had one time when I was off the road. This was probably 18, 19 years ago. I just got to town, and somebody asked me to play piano for an Elvis tribute band in Jackson, Tennessee. And it was the worst gig I'd ever been on in my life. I remember it to this day.
Was Elvis Chinese? No
What?
offense. Was Elvis Chinese? I can see it. I'm like, you ain't nothing but a hound dog.
Oh, speaking of hound dog, time for dinner.
We're not going there, Joe. We're behaving ourselves.
Okay, sorry, I'm being good. That was Jackson, Tennessee. Elvis tribute band, worst thing in the world.
All right. And last question. Well, I got a couple more, but if you could collaborate with any fictional character on a song, who would it be? Fictional.
A fictional character.
Yeah, like Beast from Beauty and the Beast. That's who came to my mind.
That's a good question. I don't know that one. I'll come back to it. Who would I like? The fictional character?
Yeah, I guess like Dory. You could sing with Ellen DeGeneres. And Dory.
She's leaving. She's gone to UK. We miss her already.
Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming.
I bet the scissors are getting dull on that one.
If you be honest, if your tour bus could talk, what felony would it have to confess first? I'm trying to change the subject.
Hey, no, hang on. I'm almost there. Fictional character. I'd probably want to write a song with Superman.
Okay, yeah, I can see that. Superman singing about his superpowers.
Yeah.
All right. Now, a couple of joke ones real quick, and then we'll get you out of here. Be honest, if your bus could talk, your tour bus could talk, what felony would it confess to first?
I plead the fifth, and I drink the fifth.
Okay. A fifth of
there you go.
There it is. If you had to write a country song about a hangover from edibles, what would the chorus be?
Why do I feel that there is already a song about that?
The hangover from edibles.
You know this one? I didn't write it, but my good friend did. I always heard that his herb was top shelf. Lord, I just could not wait to find out for myself.
Sound just like Willie there. Holy shit.
Well, don't you knock it till you tried it, and I tried it, my friend. I'll never smoke weed with a Willie
again.
I knew I heard that one.
I love that song.
Yeah.
You inspired me to write a song about hangover edibles.
And the hippie.
Yeah.
You can put it all together, the whole thing.
Maybe it's one song.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to build you up to. If you had to write a country, oh no, that's the same question. What's the most I'm too high for this moment you've ever had on stage?
The highest on cue high?
I'm too high for this, or I'm too buzzed for this, or I'm too having too much fun for this kind of moment. You know what I mean? Like that moment.
I'm really just kind of high, and whoops, I'm
that
right here.
moment of euphoria where all of a sudden everything just blanks out, and you're like, "Holy shit, I'm still here."
I can tell you, it was a winery, true story, in Idaho, and I got roofied.
Oh.
What?
Yeah, by the winery owner.
Was he doing that to everybody? Were you on your way to Epstein Island after that?
It wasn't a him. It was a her.
Oh my God.
Oh dear.
I started seeing 3 of everything, and just
That's
wound
horrible.
up after that. I mean, this is right
You
after
pressed
the show.
charges, right?
No, I actually, according to the paperwork, the next morning I climbed an inflatable snowman in the hotel parking lot.
Well, that's not your fault. That's the roofies.
Yeah, we couldn't prove it. We couldn't press charges. We left. But yeah, I was like,
There's something fishy going on here, Granny.
Yeah.
I think he was out there with his pee-pee out.
I don't think so. I think no.
Sometimes I take him walking.
If you get one strain of weed to smoke for the rest of your life, but it makes you talk like Morgan Freeman, you in? Are you in?
Yes.
Yes.
Joe, I want to thank you so very much for coming.
Thank you.
Can we do this again? You're welcome, but I've had so much fun, and honestly, I want to do this more with you guys.
Absolutely. You want your own show, bro. You got it. You just tell me. We'll come over here. We'll hang out, me and you. We'll make our own podcast.
Okay, well, come to Nashville and let's hang out.
Got to talk to my wife about that Nashville shit.
In the meantime, let's all be friends. I'll send you songs. You guys are awesome, and
thank you.
Listen, Hippie, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Amazing. We love you. Keep on doing what you're doing. You kill it. I absolutely love it, and I look forward to everything that you're going to send us. And make a video for that 420 song so we can play it.
You were breaking up. Would you? No, I'm just kidding. That sounded great. What you just said. No, I will. I'll get you a 420 song. I love you guys, and seriously, it feels like we know each other the whole time. So
absolutely, I feel like we're best friends. Yeah.
Well, we are. Let's have some fun.
Can you do me a favor and stick around for a few minutes and just give us a shout out so we can play it on the radio?
Yeah, let's do it, and then I'll go. How about that? You tell me when you're ready.
All right, I'm just gonna get rid of everybody. You guys, we gotta go. Thank you so much for being here, everybody out there on Live 360.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us and sticking with us. Have a great night. Peace, love, and hippie hugs to you all. And then everybody over here on Live 365, on YouTube and Facebook. Thank you so very much for being here. Have a great night. Don't forget, we're hanging with Mighty Mystic tomorrow night. It's going to be another great show. Thank you so much, Joe. Again, we'll talk to you in a few. Just stick around.
All right.
Smoke up in the green room. Smoke your worries away. In the green room we'll stay. In the green room. Folk up in the green room. Smoke your worries away. In the green room we'll stay.